Alright guys, so here's a standard breakout, and I'm going to show a couple variations of it, but I'm not going to go through everything that can possibly happen because it's going to take me 10 hours to do that, and I'm not going to go through every scenario that can go on this field, but I'm going to give you kind of the main ones and just give you the guys the ability to understand the field and be able to tweak it during practice and come tournament time whenever you start seeing what the other team's doing. So for this breakout, two are going to go in the back center, your third guy's going to go on that first tall cake snake side, your fourth guy's going to go to the temple here on the Dorito side. Now, it's pretty much up to you guys wherever you want to send your fifth guy. I don't know if you're a real aggressive team or if you like to play it slower. You know, I don't know if you like to shoot your lanes real heavy on the break or if you like to go out real wide. I actually like to do it based on what I see the other team do, then I just make that adjustment for that fifth guy. So what I mean by that is I like to scout the teams and see where their breakouts are. And if they like to play that snake side more, well, then I'm going to sit that fifth guy right in that back center, and I'm going to have him lane that snake side, or I'm going to send him up to the X and shoot snake side and lock that side down and completely shut their game plan out and throw them off their game, and it's going to give us the advantage. But if they like to stay in that pocket and shoot heavy lanes, well, then I'm going to play that fifth guy inside of their lanes and shoot back at them. I mean, it's just that simple. You know, if they got two guns down and they're running two out wide, and I see they're consistently doing that, well, then I'm going to send our fifth guy to, D2 or D3, snake to, somewhere up the field where he can get an aggressive advantage because they're not going to lane for him. I have no problem doing that whatsoever. It's going to work every time because they just don't have the guns up to shoot him. The guns usually only go before the corner. They don't go up past that corner too often, and people are slow to adjust their lane. So sending those further bunkers, it's not that big of a risk. All right, so the first guy on this first breakout, going to be more of an aggressive breakout up to the X. We're going to just control that snake side. So we're going to send a guy out to the snake corner. He's going to be running gunning. You're pretty much just going to try to aim for anyone coming out to the snake side with you. All right, try to put your paint either in front of that tall cake or in front of the corner as you're running out, because we're going to really put guns towards that area of the field and hope to get anyone going out wide and kill them. All right, your second guy, he's going to come out here in the open a little bit, and he's going to get a direct shot to that tall cake and try to get that guy out, and also anyone else going out wider than that. Now, the reason we're going to have him going out here in the open is because we're going to be sending that guy up to the can. That can is also going to be running and gunning and chopping off that snake side. All right, so we already got 3 guns on this lane. And you know what? We're going to put a fourth because why not? It's just going to increase our chance of shooting that guy going out wide, and it's a crucial spot that we need to shoot. So he's going to come out here in the back center. Now, if you're on the right side of the Aztec a little bit, I'm thinking you should have a nice shot over top that pillar into the tall cake. If it's on the other side of the tall cake, I'm not sure how that angle works because the image isn't that great, and it's hard to tell from just an image. So you have to look at this in person when you get to the field. But you should be able to arc that shot to hit a guy around that tall cake somewhere before or after it. It don't really matter. But you want to get it so you're trying to kill that guy going out to the corner or into the snake. Now, your fifth guy, he's going to sit out here right next to this other guy that's laning in the back center, and he's going to shoot a lane past that temple here on the Dorito side, shooting for anyone going out wide. Now, what he's going to do after that is he's going to fill up into that temple. After he shoots that lane, he sees that guy run past his lane. As long as there's no paint coming into that lane before the temple, he's going to make that move into the temple, because that temple pretty much controls that whole Dorito side. So we can really slow up that Dorito side from that temple until we get that snake side completely flushed out and pushing down that snake side. Now, that guy sitting in the open, he's going to eventually fill to that tall cake after they ran through that lane and after he's got a kill. Now, no one should have made it to the corner or to the snake with 4 guns shooting there. If they made it there, you guys need to practice your lanes. So you have the guy now at the can. Hopefully no one's out wide. The widest they should have made it is that first tall cake, and that's completely fine. We have a guy in the corner, and now that guy that filled to your tall cake here on the snake side should be completely fine to battle with that guy. He can do whatever he wants. As long as he's not looking inside, we're fine. So what we're going to do from this can here up in the middle is check off that guy in the tall cake and anyone else that went wide. Make sure it's clear over there. If that guy's in a tall cake and he's alive, as long as he's not looking, we're fine. We're going to go up to their can. And this whole time, you're going to be checking off every bunker as you make your move up there. You're going to check off that back center, the mini Dorito, and you're going to check off the big W as you pass it to bunker anybody who might have ran up there with you. You're just going to get a quick shot on him and then go straight to their can. Now, what's nice about this is when you get up to this can, you get a great shot on their temple. So if no one else made it out past that temple on the Dorito side, that should be an easy kill on that temple, because there's going to be someone in that point or someone in that temple every point, and he's not going to be tight in that temple at the start of the point. I guarantee it. So that should be a kill right out of there. You should also get a kill out of that D1, and that corner can still stay alive, but that's not a big deal. So now we pretty much annihilated the snake side off the break with the 4 guns, and now we're decimating that Dorito side from that center can. So at this point, that guy in the center can, he can pretty much go do whatever, take out any more people he can take out. If he trades out with someone on that Dorito side, perfect. There should be a snake advantage for us, and we should be up bodies at this point. And this turns out to be a great game for us to close out. And you just play basics, spread the field and push the tapes, paintball while you're up bodies. All right, guys, for this breakout, we're pretty much going to use that standard play we were talking about before. And this play, it's going to be more Dorito-oriented because we didn't scout the teams. We don't know what they're going to do, so we don't know what to do with our 5th player. So we're just going to do a general play here with more of a Dorito presence. So we're going to send that 5th guy out to the Dorito 1. And in order for him to make it through that big wide gap there on the Dorito side, we're going to put a guy here edging. Now this is the same guy that's going to go right into that temple that we had on that first play. So we're still going to keep that standard format, 2 in the back center, 1 in that tall cake on the snake side, and 1 in the temple. But with that 5th guy going out to D1, we're just going to edge for him that way so he makes it alive. Because we want to get 5 guns alive. Now, after he makes it out to the D1, he can easily push up to that D2. And we're going to have a guy in the temple after he fills out that way. Now, the 2 in the back center, it pretty much depends on what the other team does at this point. The guy on the Dorito side of that back center, he can go up to that other temple, or he can even go up to the W. Or he can just sit in the back center and kind of control the field from the back center. Whereas the guy on that snake side of the back center, he's either going to fill out to the corner or he's going to fill up to that can at the W and go take people out of the W and try and add some pressure in that W if he wants. Now, if they get someone in that W, the guy on that Dorito side, he should really go bunker him out since he's that middle guy, and he can make it just as easy to that W. Now, your snake presence is going to come from that guy in that tall cake on the snake side. If he fills the snake, and he can get in there safely by himself, that guy from that back center needs to either go to the corner or to that first tall cake and give him some support on that snake side. And that's pretty much what you're going to keep doing. Just give variations of that standard breakout. Put more guys to the Dorito side. Put more guys to the snake side. Put more guys focused up the middle. For this layout, that's all you're going to pretty much do. Or keep more condensed pocket play and just lane real good, then spread the field wide as you start getting kills. That's pretty much what you're going to do on this layout the whole day.